Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pastella28. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make this adorable little snowman s'more out of polymer clay. I hope you recreate this for yourself and enjoy this video. So let's just get right on. So you're going to start off with a piece of beige clay, and you're going to want to flatten it down a bit so that you can use a rolling pin to flatten it down even more. You don't want to flatten it down too much, you do want to have a certain thickness. Then take a knife and start cutting off the edges to create a square for our graham cracker. To texture your graham cracker, take the dull side of your knife and then score a line vertically through the graham cracker and also horizontally to give it that graham crackery feel. If you take some rough sandpaper and start dabbing that on your polymer clay, that will give an awesome rough textured look. To give a softer textured look, you can always use a toothbrush and dab that around on your clay as well. But my personal favorite is still taking some aluminum foil, rolling it into a ball, and just start rolling that all over your polymer clay. This gives such a great texture, and you should definitely try it out because it's really cheap as well. Now I'm taking some chalk pastels, but you can also use normal chalk if you'd like, and I'm just scraping some off with my blade. I'm using this yellow ochre color and this burnt sienna color. Then I'm taking a really cheap makeup brush and mixing the two shades together to create the perfect shade for shading our polymer clay. Now take a dotting tool and start dotting little tiny dots on your graham cracker to also give that realistic look. Now pick up just a tiny bit of the chalk pastel on a cheap makeup brush and start dusting the edges of your graham cracker. Always start off with the edges because it will look most realistic if the edges are the darkest, so you always want to start out there. Then to do the center, I'm just doing these circular motions around the edge and like dusting inwards to kind of blend it out and make sure that the inside gets some love too. The center should always be a little bit lighter than the outside too, so keep that in mind to get that realistic look. Moving on to the marshmallows, take a white piece of clay and start rolling it into a cylinder shape or a marshmallow shape. And you're going to want to make two of these for the body and the head of our snowman. Now take just an eensy weensy little bit of the chalk pastel and start shading the edges, like the top and the bottom. Really don't use too much because we still want it to be white, we just want it to have that burnt golden brown look so it looks like a s'more. Now for my chocolate, I pre-made a chocolate piece before and made a mold of that, and then that way for this tutorial I could just put some brown clay into my mold and pop it back out again, but you could definitely start from scratch and make your own piece of chocolate. Then for the nose, you're going to want to take an orange piece and start shaping it into a carrot shape, and then you take the head part of your marshmallow, make an indent with your dotting tool, and start pressing the nose inside. Now take the dotting tool again to smooth out the edges and to make sure it holds nicely. Now you have all your pieces ready. Take the chocolate bar and place it on top of the graham cracker and then the two marshmallow pieces on top. Now you are done with your piece and you are ready to let it bake. Bake it according to the instructions on your polymer clay packaging. Once it's baked, we can paint on the eyes. I used a paint marker, but you can definitely use some acrylic paint and a paintbrush. I'm just making two black dots and then adding some white highlights on top of it and also giving my snowman some pink cheeks. Once you're done with that, use some polymer clay glaze and glaze your piece to seal in the paint and the shading. But you can definitely also use some clear nail polish if that is easier for you to find. Once you've glazed everything completely and let it dry, you are done with your piece. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to show you how to make this snowman s'more. Hopefully you try it out for yourself. And that's it for today's video. I can't wait to see you in my next one, so goodbye!